Basketball back in full swing. We had a great game in the Bayside South tonight. Snow Hill playing Bennett in Salisbury. The Eagles starting off strong. Jaden Hudson with the drive and the foul. More from the youngster here. He is a name to remember. Hudson would get the steal and the bucket on this drive, and he would finish the first half with 23 points. The Clippers not backing down in this one. Devin Brown going baseline, finishes strong there. Less than a second left in the first half, and Jerron Smith knocking down the buzzer beater. Clippers down 8 at halftime. We move to the second half, and Smith with the drive through traffic here, keeping the Clippers alive in this one, and this one came down to the wire. Here's the finish coming up. Jack McClade would get the layup to go with less than 20 seconds left on the clock, and that would do it as the Eagles take this one by a final score of 72-70.
We have a very young team, so we have some ups and downs throughout the games, but it's really exciting to see our young guys be able to pull out a big win like this on the road.
Now the Warriors and the Seahawks meeting at the Nest last night in Berlin. The youngster Tribe Wise making an impact early on. The catch and shoot tray ball is good. Gets back on defense. Watch the eyes here as he forces the turnover, takes it the other way, protects the rock, and takes it to the cup as the Seahawks led by 11 going into halftime. But how about this shot here? Buzzer goes off on the shot clock, and Justin Fisher banking that one home. Decatur was in control for much of this one, but Pocomoke made a run in the third. Keandre Nixon from the corner, nailing it, and the Warriors found themselves within 5. But that's as close as they would get as Decatur closes this one out with a 19-0 run. Luke Murgott with 17. He did work in the paint, but how about Bryson Coleman throwing it down? He also had 17. And the football Stars getting it done for Decatur last night. They win 75-57. We talked with head coach Byron Johnson earlier this week about the team's goals moving forward this season.
It's always good to get a win. On the road, Washington, they gave us the best shot, and we were able to pull it off. We just want to improve every day, with every practice. You're right, we're very young, very inexperienced, but I think we have a great group of guys, and I think if we stay the course, we'll be pretty good in March.
Up in Felton now, Lake Forest opening the season hosting Sussex Tech. Jackson Starkey on the wing. He knocks down the tray ball. He would just be getting started. Later, Javier Robinson with the steal and the pass up to Jalen Morris for the lay-in. Lake hungry in game number 1, looking to cause some more damage. Who else but Starkey again from deep, this time from the corner. Javier Robinson would get in on the three-point attack here as he knocks this one down. Lake would have no problem in this one as Starkey would once again hit this one from deep. The kid could not miss last night. 9 3-pointers, 31 points in the home debut as Lake takes this one over Tech 63-35. Meanwhile, Woodbridge opening with Indian River. The Blue Raiders starting off strong as big man Bruce Mosley getting the and one. Indian River back the other way. Jamie Burns would hit the tray ball as IR keeps it close early. Woodbridge sticking with the inside game. Jordan Evans giving it back to Mosley for another and one here. And the Blue Raiders are rolling. Emmanuel Mosley pushing it up the court now and would knock down the long-range 3. Woodbridge would take this one. This was a close affair. They win by 2 over the Indians. Now let's move over to the girls' side. Coach Pat Woods and his Lady Vikings from Cape have reloaded from last year's 14-0 regular season, and they're ready to take another leap toward a state championship. They hosted one of the Henlopen North's most consistent teams in Caesar Rodney. Cape returns a handful of stars that made it to the DIAA Sweet 16 a year ago. Here's one of them, Julius Salor weaving through traffic for 2. But CR scoring just 2 points in the first quarter. Cape not blowing them out, just ahead 7. Cape starts revving the engine here. Micaiah Applewhite, another star, taking the steal the other way to the rack. She led the way with 16. Vikings followed her lead. Lauren Head finding Applewhite in the corner, and that one's good. Here's the last part of that big 3. Morgan Mahoney is good from long range. Applewhite, Mahoney, and Salor combining for 41 last night, and Cape rolls over CR 57-20. That's your final score. Let's toss things over to Mike Mahoney now for a look at what's coming up next in your local news.
Well, thanks so much, Brandon. And coming up on the news portion of DSI, the back and forth has come to an end in the debate over the controversial Talbot Boys statue. The final decision coming up.
My name BJ Cook. I go to Wacomico High School. I play running back and linebacker. And you're watching Delmarva Sports Insider.